No, it's crazy that, like, it's like, person at this company only, like, had a bathroom and, like, only wipes, right? It had 3 employees working at this, like, company or whatever, and, like, he lived at, like, in the bathroom, like, disgusting, that stuff. It was like a porta potty. Just like, had water, but it wasn't like, what I'm saying, like, you could flush the toilet or nothing like that. Real though. So, yeah, dude said he only did that because he didn't want, like, he didn't want to sit his ass on the toilet seat from that person has been, or whatever, whatnot. And the black workers, like, complained and they sued, like, did a lot of support or whatever, whatnot, for real though. And, like, dude just fired them on the spot or whatever, for real though. Because, like, yeah, I mean, like, shit, I hope they give it every motherfucking dollar for that shit, for real though. Because, like, dude was on the pocket, for real though. Anyway, now, these cops, like, was like, losing it. And like, they dudes messing with this like woman or whatever. He told her to like, uh like lower the window or whatever. And he started talking. And she could hear him clearly or whatever. And dude got an attitude because like he had a problem. His ego, like, actually, like, got the best of him. They said, he said, I told you to put your window down. And she told him that she put her window down already. Why not? Now, he was messing with her because her lights was on. Like, her red lights was on, but whatever went up. And he told her that right after she got out the pool. Because, like, yeah, it was, like, just, like, crazy stuff. But then he said, like, he told her, he was like, look, what's your name? And then he was like, and she was like, you wanted me to, like, get out the car so you could ask me that? And, like, he said, your lights is off. Like, your real lights is off. Like, that's it. And that's why I stopped you. For real though. She turned back and went back in the car, turned the lights on. Next thing you know, the cop grabs her, right? Throw her down on the ground or whatever, whatnot. And, like, he near her in the face or whatever. And these cops pulled her hair out of her head. Shit, and I'm glad that she's suing brother because that shit crazy. Anyway, this other cop, like, said this 18-year-old kid was like that pulled a gun or whatever. But she couldn't prove the shit because why? The body camera showed that she was on bullshit. For real though. They was trying to put charges on him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Saying attempted murder and all that shit. For real though. And like, shit was dropped because why? The body cam shows all. You know what I'm saying? For real though. And that woman was on the pocket when she like, actually pulled the gun on that boy like that. For real though. She pulled him and took him out of the car and, like, you know what I'm saying, arrested him. But they're trying to say he had a revolver on him or whatever, and he was pointing it at her. No goddamn well that boy wasn't pointing no goddamn gun. What is it? And shit, that shit happened in Jacksonville, real though. And, like, these cops was going crazy like a motherfucker. For real though. I mean, I see. Real, that's some crazy shit. And like, you know what I'm saying? They was like being a whole bunch of people just jumping. Like, you know what I'm saying? This just crazy. They was out of pocket, they was out of hand and shit. For real though. And the sheriff is black. But his ass is a wannabe white. You know what I'm saying? For real though. I mean, and he didn't want to do shit about what happened or whatever. Why? Because you don't get no fuck. Plus, this motherfucker is like Republican is goddamn shit. For real though. I'm telling you, there's some crazy shit. I'm telling you. For real though. Even that lady that pointed a gun at the kid she was black. You know what I'm saying? For real though, that's some crazy shit. Even the guy that shot that, like, you know, rapper, he was black. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Some crazy shit. Like, yeah. And he was the, like, cop that actually did that shit. For real though. Anyway, this was Hustle Pump. Now, some crazy shit. I mean, like, that's crazy as hell. Like, oh my goodness, shit. And then, like, the cops, like, you know, actually, like, you know, shot this disabled man, saying, like, you know what I'm saying, that he was a threat and shit, knowing that he couldn't even walk. He couldn't even walk. And he was going through mental crisis or whatever. Ronaldo. And, like, shit, just because he couldn't, like, do nothing with it. Why? Because he can't even walk. For real though. He fell through the, like, you know, gate or whatever, whatnot. For real though. And this dude was like, you know, telling the police to, like, you know, kill him or whatever, whatnot. Like, yeah, but police shouldn't even did that shit. That's it. For real though. I mean, like, the other, like, you know, cops tasered the man, saw that he had a knife in his hand, but he couldn't do nothing. He didn't, like, you know, he couldn't, like, you know, actually, like, you know, pose a threat or nothing like that. But this, like, you know, deputy just shot his ass like 3 times. For real though. That shit was crazy as hell. I'm like, oh, hell no. For real though. Anyway, yeah, they out of pocket like a motherfucker. For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm like, shit. Some crazy ass shit. Real. Anyway, so I'm like, god damn. For real though, it's crazy. Because, like, just like I said, like, when they, like, get into that motherfucking moment where the ego take over, and then there's no talking to them. There's no talking to them at all. Hell no. I mean, like, if they wanna go here and argue with you, they gonna argue with you like a motherfucker until they, like, you know, so they can, like, you know, have the urge to do some shit. For real though. I'm telling you, that's how it is, gang. That's how it always been. Been this motherfucking work. For real, it's not gonna change. It's like 2%. It's not gonna ever change. For real though. The year might change, but the shit that's happening is not gonna ever change. It's gonna always be the fucking same. And that's on bro. Anyway, so this, like, you know, dude called, like, Hakeem, like, you know, a kind of picker or whatever. Real though, because he was running for, like, Virginia or whatever. Real though, and this lady, she, like, you know, agreed with this motherfucker or whatever. And another bitch was up there saying that the left, like, you know, started the KKK. Hey, I'm like, that lying ass bitch, you stupid as fuck. Cause, nope. Republicans got some shit to do with that. For real though. I'm telling you. And plus, this motherfucker was out of pocket because he said he could get his cotton picking hands I'm a big G. That's what he said. And that bitch is like that bitch that bitch just agreed with him with that shit. For real though, that shit was crazy as hell. For real though. And then they up there she up there trying to say she wasn't she didn't agree to she was just saying that she did so and leave Virginia alone. Bitch, please. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the bell notification so you see my next upload and my next post. And to make sure I make a no one's more. And oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like it. So long, farewell, goodbye.